Lance, let's hear from you what you consider to be the greatest concern for people of your cohort.
I think we are all improving. So with improvement, I see that we will be more competitive in the society. So when we are more competitive, the cost of living, the standard of living will increase. So I wonder how our next generation will be able to compete with each another in this really stressed up life that most of us are having really. Yeah.
Okay, I think, we've been, the topic about this is about nation building, and I think we talked about, country and how to bring people back possibly and hope that they do come back. And we also did touch on how the new generations of young people tend to be what's in it for me. Particularly, maybe it's more magnified. They're more, less shy about, going after what they feel they deserve and want. And here I'd like to just throw this out for discussion. John F. Kennedy once said, "Do not ask what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country." Do you think that quote is no longer relevant in this day and age for this generation?
It's still relevant, but I think the country, that word, you change to company. So I would say that the most of the younger generation, because of how they've been brought up, although they are socially conscious because they are well informed, and we see people volunteering, but talking about the big grand plans of nation building, the people who grab hold of that and really passionate about it, I wouldn't say it's on the increase. I would say that they are interested, but really committing themselves would be a bit more difficult. That phrase itself, or those sentences, is relevant when you apply it at a slightly smaller scale and say, about company. Because to them it's about climbing the corporate ladder and how far they can get ahead. When they achieve certain financial stability and meet some of their career objectives, maybe the nation building part can come in, and it will come in. I think ultimately they achieve a certain status, I think they'll be thinking about that. So I wouldn't fault the Generation Y. I think it's just very normal for each generation, is that when you're younger, you really do just think about financial stability and security, and also in bringing up a family or young family, or your children, and making sure that they're all stable financially and you can provide for them. Then you talk about nation building of big grand plans and all that.
So I know people are getting hungry. They want the next meal already. But maybe, Mr. Teo, just to round off this discussion, we have employers and employees here. If there's one thing you need to say to both sides, just one thing to Gen Y and one thing to the employers out there to try and make the environment more conducive for the changing face of the new worker, what would be the two things be?
First is give them space. And second is let them change. So we give them space is to be able to give them space at work as well as personal as well. So allow them to have what it was originally mentioned about work-life balance, and allow them to be able to explore and to pilot and do different things, and to be able to allow them to take certain ownership. Maybe in this profession, accounting profession, auditing is a little bit more difficult. But I think there will always be ways to be able to do it. And we must, the non-Gen Ys must know, you cannot profess to know every single solution, you won't. So listen out, listen to what they have to offer, what they want to offer. Second, allow them to change. Means that really allow them to change certain things that impact. So don't, allow them to be part of the process of change, and allow them to be able to let you know what they want to do and to be able to do it. I hope that actually motivates, but maybe Lance, you should share as well. Is that what you're looking for?
That's basically what I think should be. The employers should give us more space.
Obedient Gen Y.
Yes,
it sounds like you have his vote. Lance, thank you very much for being on stage with us.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Mr. Teo, thank you very much.